Hey everybody, my name is Daniel, better known as Dr. Bricks to some of you people. I'm a college sophomore studying graphic design, and welcome to my documentary. So you're probably asking yourself, why am I making this documentary? Honestly, I'm asking the same question myself, but here we are. Now, over the years, I've seen a lot of people do multi-episode series of building a mock. Whether it's for Star Wars, scenes from, you can name off a bunch of scenes from the movies, like the Battle of Crate, the Battle of Scarif, even stuff from the Clone Wars. Like, there's tons of stuff for the Clone Wars now. Battle of Kashyyyk. All of those have been recreated in Lego, and a lot of those by the same guy, actually. And then you have like the normal modular city stuff where A-Falls, people a lot older than me actually, taking these modular building sets that Lego come out with themselves and them making their own and making a city. And that's fine and all. You can do whatever you want. It's Lego. But honestly, it gets a little repetitive after a while. So I decided to kind of take it into my own hands to kind of do something different for once. So as you can tell by the title of the video you are watching right now, mine is about Ninjago City. Why Ninjago? I'll explain that later. But I want to do something different and kind of change the format a bit. Where I'm going to go a lot more in depth than some people do. I'm going to show you where I'm getting my parts, how I came up with the design for the city, and I'm going to show it on display at BrickFair Virginia 2022. And after that, who knows? I'm most likely going to be taking this city apart, as big as it is and as long as it's going to take me to build, just under 2 years. I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to go build something else. Probably not in another Ninjago city, because as I'll explain later, this is my third Ninjago city I'm making. So, probably time for me to explain to you why. For those of you who don't already know what Ninjago is a theme made by Lego following the adventures of a team of superpowered ninjas protecting their homeland Ninjago. Starting in 2011, the theme consisted of a variety of sets, from temples, vehicles, dragons, and spinners that made the minifigures spin super fast like tops. Accompanying the sets was a 2-part TV special airing in 2011. In the year following of 2012, the TV special turned into a TV series that now has over 100 plus episodes. So why did I choose to do Ninjago City? Well, in the LEGO community, there aren't many mocks that accurately depict the scale and the story of Ninjago. Most mocks are just small little things from the show, or remakes of sets, or just, Japanese style villages and temples with Ninjago minifigures thrown in there and saying, oh, it's a thing from Ninjago. And really, it's not. Which it always kind of bummed me out that Ninjago really didn't get as much love in the A-Fall community or in the more grown-up Lego communities where people have the ability to make these really big and really cool mocks. So after being tired of not really seeing anything, I thought, well, maybe it's time to take things into my own hands. So that's what I'm doing with this project. So back in 2017, to celebrate the release of the Ninjago movie, I took some sets from the Ninjago movie and I made a city. It was 3x7 base plates and I displayed it at BrickFair, New Jersey in 2017. It really wasn't anything special. I didn't work that hard on it. I was still in high school and I was also working at the time. Looking back at it now, I wasn't not really too proud of this build, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of things I didn't do as well, and I know I could have done a lot better. The second version of Ninjago City, I made 3 times bigger than the first version. This one was 9 base plates by 7.5 base plates. My biggest creation as of yet, and I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. But looking back on it, there were a couple things that were rushed because I was rushing to finish it for BrickFair Virginia 2019, and I was also working 2 jobs over the course of that summer, so I didn't have as much time as I would like to have worked on it. So I wasn't able to put in as much detail and effort as I would like to. So now that I've explained to you what I'm going to be doing with this project, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using in this project. So obviously I'm using a Lego. I'm going to show you guys how I store and sort my Lego, because a good part of building is, you know, having access to your pieces and knowing where they are and what you have and what you can use. So here are all my unsorted black pieces. So right now I'm actually in the process of sorting all my black pieces. So here I have all the tiles, Technic parts. I got the 1x plates over there, got some bricks over there, plates, and Technic parts, just other random ways I sort. And there's no right way to sort for anyone. It's just how you want to sort. Over here is just a bin of unsorted parts and sets that need to be taken apart. That's all the dark gray unsorted. And over here, ta-da! That's where I was standing earlier. This is all the parts I have sorted so far. So most of this year, most of 2020, I have been resorting my collection. So originally I just had it all sorted by color. Now I'm getting more into the subcategories. So I have all my orange round pieces in here. I can focus the camera. There we go, that's better. All the 1x plates. Down there I have all the orange, plates that are bigger. All the orange bricks over here. And then, I have all my, then get into more different things. I have all the jumper pieces in here. Jumpers are like the pieces that you use to off things by like half a stud. I have all the different types in there. Got like angled plates all separated by color. I have the brackets and weird macaroni pieces and hinges all sorted together just by the type of piece. So some things I do by type of piece, some things I do by the color, some things I do by both by type of piece and color. So it really just depends on how you like to sort and how you use your parts. Like in here I have all the pieces with studs on the side. All like the Technic parts I use for filler. And I really don't build anything with Technic. And over here you got like these big bins with all kinds of just one type of piece. So that's all the white bricks, all the gray, light gray and dark gray bricks. And some of it has to fit under the table under the city, which now may be a good time to move over to the city. Now this is the whole city. This is what the city is going to be. So this is 9x15 base plates, 32x32. What I mean by that, this is 32 studs by 32 studs. So this is your typical base plate. So when someone refers to a base plate that's 32x32, this is typically what someone's referring to. Yeah, that's the blackness shop I've had in the other version of the city. I like it. I'm still going to keep it together. I might put it into this city. I may not. Still haven't decided yet. I might remodel it a bit to fit better. But yeah, these are the sets I'm keeping in the city, because this is what started the whole project. This is where I got the idea from the movie. It's like, oh, this is really cool. I want to make more of these, So I kept adding on. It became a whole city. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. All the blue is where I'm gonna put the water. I'm actually gonna build over the blue. This is just to give me like a rough idea of where I'm having all the water go. But yeah, just stuff for reference. Yeah, and also you see parts on here. That's just stuff that will be in the city. I'm planning on having some subway cars going through the city, which actually, now I'm talking about what I have in the city. Probably a good time to move over to what actually am I putting in the city. So here's my plan for the city. Around here I've listed off all the buildings I'd like to include in the city. I'm not gonna, you probably can't read it, I'm not gonna list off all of them, but I'm gonna do some apartments, the Ninjago High School from the movie, some restaurants, some stores, like a mechanic shop, TV and radio store, bookstore, coffee shop, just small buildings you would see in a normal city, stuff like that. And then also references to Ninjago, like the bar that the Sons of Garmadon would hide out in, and I think it was season 8. The Sons of Garmadon season, I think it's season 8. But yeah, so this is just kind of the layout of the city. This is like the actual city end here. You're gonna have the roads coming through here. These are train tracks I'm gonna add in, like subway cars up in the air. This is just like marking off where the apartments is. These are actually the sets, so this is the first city set and then the city docks that came out. So this is actually all going to be on the water. I'm going to have buildings on the water, like the old style city, like how the set is. And then I have the docks over here. And then over here I'm going to have a more landscape area, because a lot of Ninjago is open land. A lot of their adventures take place in like the desert, the mountains, just, you know, it's not always just a city. It's a lot of other places. So I'm going to have like an old village here. So it's not just all landscapes. They're going to have like an old traditional style village here. I'm going to have some rice fields. Up here I'm going to put a monastery, the ninjas monastery, where they train, they sleep, they rest, where they live basically. And it's all going to be on top of a mountain like in the show. And inside the mountain, like I've done with like bat caves in the past, I'm going to have like their computer station where they have their vehicles. It's like the one you see in the show. It's their HQ. Over here is gonna be a desert area with like some of the snake stuff. Because a lot of the villains from Ninjago have originated from the snakes, and you know, you kind of have something that references them. And I'm gonna have something that references all the villains they fought over the years in here. One of the buildings I want to include is the arcade from Prime Empire, or it'll actually be two parts. My idea is I'll have an arcade like over here, and then you have like another building, but it's going to be a decoy building, so when you remove that building and you look inside, it's actually like the inside of Prime Empire, so it's like a city within a city. So that's my idea. So I think that'd be pretty cool. I might include like a little subway thing under here. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how high I make the whole base, because this is all elevated. Everything is actually going to be slightly elevated. I'm going to put Duplo on the inside, and all this is water, so it needs to be slightly above, you know, sea level. Like most, actually, like all land is really. Because if it was equal to sea level or below, you know, be filled with water. So yeah, so that's my initial draft, and I've made drafts for the other versions of the cities too, but and sometimes they end up not looking like the final product at all. Now, if things change, I may change my mind on something, or as I'm building I realize, oh, maybe this isn't looking as I want it to. I'm going to change this around. For all I know, this whole thing could be smaller, this could be bigger, this could be smaller or bigger, or whatever. It can change over time. So we'll see where it takes us. But yeah, this is my initial draft for the city. So that wraps it up for the first episode of Building Ninjago City, or first chapter, whatever you want to call it. I don't know myself, honestly. But yeah, I've talked about the history of this project, why I want to make this city, how I'm going to make this city with the parts I have, how I store and sort my parts. I always find that helpful to take a couple ideas from other people on how they sort their pieces, but really do it however you want, whatever is easiest for you. And I've also talked about my plan of what I'm going to actually be putting in the city. So yeah, I hope that, you know, gets you excited for what's coming next. Subscribe to see the next episode whenever that comes out. I'm going to try to crank that out as soon as I can. I gotta do a little bit more sorting first, so I know what I have parts wise, and also I have easier access to everything. But yeah, I'm getting pretty close to a point where I want to start building. I'm really excited because I really haven't built anything in a while. So yeah, and also to get more frequent updates besides YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be down in the description below. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. So yeah, have a good one, everyone.